I'm 87 years old. I've lived a long life, but when I look back, I see how much of it was wasted. And what I'm about to say might upset you, but it's something I've carried for far too long, and I think it's time to share it. I've spent most of my life telling myself little lies, justifications, excuses, so I could get through the day. It wasn't the big lies, not the ones that are obvious. No, these were the small lies, the ones I told myself to protect my pride, to avoid facing uncomfortable truths. But looking back now, I realize these little lies didn't protect me. They kept me from truly living. I've had a career, I've made money, I've built a life that others might look at and envy. But the more I reflect on my years, the more I see that I spent so much time chasing the wrong things. Success, money, status, all those things that society told me were supposed to bring happiness. I spent decades believing them, thinking I had all the time in the world to get to the deeper things, the things that really matter. And I thought, later, I'll think about it later. Faith, peace, purpose, those can wait. But here I am now, 87 years old, and the truth is, I don't have the luxury of later anymore. I thought I had time. I thought I could figure it all out when I was older. I thought I'd be ready to find meaning when I had everything else in order. But time, as it turns out, doesn't wait for anyone. Life doesn't wait for you to get it together. We think we have all this time to sort things out, to find peace. But the years slip by unnoticed until it's too late. Looking back, I realize how much I missed, how much I avoided. I was a good provider, a good husband, a good father, but I neglected the deeper, more important parts of life. I didn't know how to connect, how to be vulnerable. I thought that showing weakness or needing help was a sign of failure, so I kept pushing it all down, pretending everything was fine when it wasn't. I wasn't being real with myself, and in doing that, I wasn't being real with the people I loved. I used to think I had time. I thought I'd change when I had everything in order. But the truth is, I've spent most of my life running from the one thing I needed most: faith. Faith in God, faith in purpose, faith in something greater than myself. I put it off, thinking it could wait, but I lost so many years trying to fill the emptiness with things that didn't matter. The more I ran from it, the more I realized I was only running from myself. It wasn't until I reached a turning point that I started to question everything. I was sitting alone one night, just thinking, and for the first time in a long while, I asked myself, what have I been doing? What's been the point of all this? Why have I been running so hard, only to end up feeling more lost than ever? That's when I realized something was missing. I had everything I thought I needed, but I was still empty. The turning point for me came when I lost a close friend. It was sudden, unexpected, and it shook me. I realized that all my plans, all my later, didn't matter. What mattered was what I was doing with the time I had left. I'd spent so many years thinking I'd figure it all out tomorrow. I'd pushed off what I truly needed, thinking it could wait, but tomorrow isn't guaranteed. It wasn't until my friend's death that I truly understood that life is fragile, and time doesn't wait for anyone. I started questioning everything, even my faith. I wasn't looking for Islam at the time. I wasn't actively searching for answers. But the more I reflected on my life, the more I realized that the answers I had been looking for all along were already there, waiting for me. It wasn't something I planned to do, but the more I thought about it, the more it made sense. Islam was the peace I had been searching for, the clarity I needed, and the truth I had been avoiding for so many years. I didn't expect to find Islam. It wasn't something I had ever planned on, but the more I explored, the more I realized it was the answer to everything I had been searching for. There's a peace in knowing the truth, a peace in being honest with yourself and with God. I didn't have all the answers, but I had something better. Understanding that everything I had been running from could be faced head on, and that with faith, with honesty, I could finally find peace. I don't want you to wait like I did. I don't want you to spend your life putting off what truly matters. I spent so many years delaying the things that could have made my life richer, deeper, and more meaningful. I thought I had time, but now I know that time doesn't wait for anyone. We all have a limited amount of time, and the truth doesn't chase us forever. Eventually, we have to choose whether to accept it or keep running. And if you keep running, you'll only end up more lost than you were before. My biggest regret is delaying my search for truth. I thought tomorrow was guaranteed. I thought I could wait until I had everything in order. But death doesn't wait. Time doesn't wait. You don't know when your time will come. And when it does, I don't want you to be left wondering what you've been waiting for. The truth is here now, and it's not going to wait for you to get it together. So I'm asking you, what are you waiting for? What is it that you keep putting off because you think you have time? If you died tonight, would you be ready? Would you be content with the life you've lived? Or would you wish you had taken that step sooner, embraced the truth sooner? The lies we tell ourselves don't make us stronger. They make us smaller. They shrink our lives down to what we can manage alone, which isn't much. Humans aren't meant to be alone. We're built for connection. We're built for shared struggle. And we're built for the relief that comes from being known and still loved, no matter what. If you're holding on to a lie, a story you keep telling yourself to avoid discomfort, I urge you to let it go. It won't be easy. It may not be comfortable, but it will set you free. Start by being honest with yourself. Start by being real with the people who matter most to you. They want to love you. They want to know you. But they can only do that if you let them in. If you're struggling, say it. If you need help, ask for it. If you're scared, admit it. Don't be afraid to show who you really are. Life is too short to spend it pretending to be something you're not. And the people who truly love you, the people who matter, will accept you. They won't judge you for being honest. They'll love you for it. The truth doesn't chase you forever. You have to accept it when it comes. Don't wait until it's too late. Don't wait until you're at the end of your life and wishing you had been braver, wishing you had been more honest. Life is not guaranteed. Time is not guaranteed. But peace, clarity, and understanding are waiting for you, if you're willing to embrace them. If you're holding on to something, a fear, a regret, a lie, let it go. Be honest with yourself first, then with those you love. It may not be easy, but it will be worth it. Life doesn't have to be about pretending to be fine when you're not. You don't have to do this alone. If you're ready to stop pretending, if you're ready to be honest with yourself, I encourage you to take that step. Start now. Don't wait. Time doesn't wait for anyone. Thank you for listening. If this resonated with you, share it with someone who needs to hear it. Reflect on your own life, your own truth. What are you holding on to? What lies are you telling yourself to avoid discomfort? Take a step today. Be honest with yourself. Be honest with those around you. The truth is waiting for you.